Namaskar viewers, hello and welcome to Sansad TV. I am Teena Jha, you're watching Perspective. With more than 1 billion mobile subscribers, India is today the world's second largest telecom powerhouse. Our phones have become far more than just calling devices. They are our wallets, our classrooms, mode of entertainment, medical assistance and gateways to government services. But as digital dependence grows, so do the digital dangers. Cybercrime in India is rising at an alarming pace, from phishing and identity theft to the latest digital arrest scams. In just 1 year, cyber incidents jumped from nearly 16 lakh in 2023 to over 20.4 lakh in 2024. And thousands of cases continue to be reported each and every month. The message is clear. Mobile safety is now a national priority. And that's where a major step of empowerment comes in. The Department of Telecommunications, putting citizens at the center of digital security, has launched the Sanchar Sati mobile app, a powerful citizen-centric shield against cyber fraud, identity misuse and mobile theft. With strict privacy safeguards and activated only by user consent, Sanchar Sati gives every individual the tools to track, block, verify and protect anytime, anywhere. The results speak for themselves. Over 42 lakh stolen or lost phones were blocked, 1.43 crore suspicious connections disconnected, 475 crore rupees in financial fraud losses prevented, and more than 1.4 crore downloads, making Sanchar Sati one of India's fastest growing public security digital platforms. So on the show today, we explore what this means for every mobile user across the country. How does Sanchar Sati strengthen user safety and reduce digital fraud? We'll talk about this and much more about digital safety, privacy and the future of secure connectivity with two guests who are joining us on the program. I'm pleased to welcome Ms. Khushbu Jain. She's an advocate, cyber security laws. And also joining us is Mr. Mukesh Mangal. He's Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, but he's closely connected with the Sanchar Sati app because it was developed under his supervision when he was working as Deputy Director General in the Department of Telecommunications. Thank you to both of you for joining us on the program. Welcome to Sansad TV. Let me begin with you, Mukesh ji. You were closely associated with the development of the Sanchar Sati app. To begin with, talk to us about the core idea behind this application. What were some of the most compelling reasons that triggered the need for such a mobile application, and most importantly, why the name Sanchar Sati?
Good evening, Teena ji. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me for discussion on such an important topic. So first, I will give some idea why it is required. See, I was working in Department of Telecommunication and very well aware about the cyber crime. So in DOT, I used to get number of calls, and not only myself, but all of us are getting fraud calls every day. So I am, somewhat aware about the cyber crime. So I will get a call and I will disconnect it, and I will not attend it. I will not, I will not have any confidence what they are talking to me. So I will save myself. But if you talk at the government level, so that's not the way, that's not the way to save the citizens. So we should create something which can, save the citizens. The citizens can report something, and then, that reporting can save number of other citizens. So that was the basic idea behind this Sanchar Sati portal and then app also. I'll give one example. Let's say I have got a call from some fraudster. Then I will report that I got a call from this number from a fraudster. So I'll report on Sanchar Sati portal or Sanchar Sati app, and then system will verify how many more numbers are connected with this mobile number, and then system, let's say citizens have reported 20 numbers, and suppose our system is finding, let's say 4,000 numbers which are connected with these 20 numbers. So if we take action on those 20 numbers, then that is 1-to-1. That is not going to serve the purpose. But suppose we disconnect 4,000 number, so that is the multiplicity which we wanted, by the reporting of the citizens, and then we find out who are the connected fraudsters with those numbers, and if we disconnect those numbers, so then only we can stop this cyber crime.
That's right.
Just now you gave some figures of 16 lakhs reported cyber crime in 2023, and then I think 24 lakhs some figure you were telling. But in the year 2021 or so, the cyber crime was increasing at the rate of 600% a year. So that's a huge jump. Every year cyber crime was taking place. So as DOT, it was our duty to connect with the citizen and work with the citizen to stop the cyber crime. You asked a very good question, why we kept the name Sanchar Sati. So of course Sanchar, because we were in Department of Telecommunication, so Sanchar was an obvious choice.
Right.
Sati means हम अपने आप को citizens से connect करना चाहते हैं. As a government, that is our main priority to get connected with the citizens. So we were trying to represent that we are there with you in this prevention of cyber crime. So for that reason we kept the name Sanchar Sati. So we were actually not knowing that point of time that it will become so famous and so popular among the citizens. So that was the story behind this keeping the name Sanchar Sati. So now only one very small portion which I just explained about the one phone call, then we can find the number of other mobile or SIMs connected with that phone calls. So with that, if we see today that 1.4 crore numbers have been disconnected. So that's a huge number. You just imagine that 1.4 crore. In fact, DOT has disconnected around 4 crore mobile connections. You just imagine that if those 4 crore mobile connections are also working today, what would have happened with us? This money, it's not that our own persons are cheating the people and this money is kept within India. The money is actually going out of India. That's a national security reasons. So we must understand the importance of this app.
Certainly. So going forth, how can we also increase awareness among people about the importance and the criticality of having such a mobile application? We'll discuss it also further in due course of the program. Let me bring in Ms. Khushbu Jain into the discussion. Ms. Jain, given the rise in cyber crimes, especially the new forms of crimes that we are seeing, digital arrest scams, identity theft, it's important. In fact, mobile security has become extremely crucial in today's digital era. So both as a user and also from a cyber law perspective, how do you see the features in the Sanchar Sati app aiming to reduce digital fraud? How do you see its effectiveness in terms of the impact on the users?
Part of life and more.
Ms. Jain,
am I audible?
We couldn't hear you. You'll have to start with your answer once again.
Am I audible now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm saying that it's starting with your own question. The answer lies in that. I'm picking it up from that. When you talk about cyber crimes, mobile has become one of the front end when it comes to kind of cyber crimes that is happening. You be it the kind of calls that come to you, even if when it comes to social media scams or any other online scams that we're talking about, mobile becomes a very important tool for these criminals to practically connect with you and commit a crime. And that's where the problem was lying, that people were being victimized, and by the time they would go and report, the criminal, the person, the fraudster who's behind that has already committed or cheated X number of people. So by the time government or law enforcement agency could take an action, the problem would be he has done his job of reaching out to lakhs of people and making sure that thousands of people have fallen prey to his crime. That's where the problem was coming, and that's where this app, Sanchar Sati app, wants to bring in that safety feature, which is more of a preemptive feature in the hands of citizen. Because when you talk about world of internet, security is something very important, because we see criminals omnipresent in this world. And that's where, rather than after after the crime has been committed, that you go and you report at cybercrime.gov.in 1930, beautiful features. Government is wanting that let's give some kind of a safeguard tool to the empowered tool to the citizen itself, that they become secure, so that this becomes a preemptive part of it. Right. Now, coming to your direct question that what exactly these features are. See, the feature of, let's say, tomorrow I have lost my phone. So I can go and block my phone. Then if I have found that phone again, either via law enforcement agencies' help or whatever ways, I can unlock it. Number one. Number two, if there is any international call coming, which is a international number on my phone, which is a fraudster number or a suspicious or digital arrest for that matter, you can report those incoming calls in that app. Number two. Number three, you can know that how many mobile connections are there in your name. Very important, because we see there would be at least 10 numbers issued on my own name. Now, tomorrow, some fraudster utilizing my name, my named SIM card, and committing a crime, the law enforcement agency will come at my doorstep. So in practicality, I have not committed a crime, but the criminal has utilized this entire system to practically create a web and not become unreachable for the law enforcement agencies. That's where I can know how many mobile connections are in my name. Let's say there are 2 numbers which are not there. I can go ahead and take action that these numbers do not belong to me. I want this to be cancelled or looked upon. That's number 3. Number 4 that comes is genuineness of your handset. Very important aspect. If you have bought a second-hand handset or it has been gifted to you or whatever ways, you can check the genuineness of your mobile handset using this app. Now, the next one that comes is the Chakshu. Very important aspect, which was there on the Sanchar Sati app, on the portal, which says that you can report suspected fraud and unsolicited commercial communication calls or a spam call, which all of us are burdened with every day. This is where you can report. This is what I think Mukesh was also talking about, that with that repository, they can practically take necessary steps in the future by blocking those numbers so that people are not receiving those calls, those fraud calls, and number of people are being limited to that the moment they take an action. Okay. So I think that's where that vast reach was very important, that as many number of people have this app, as many people report it, though they have not been cheated or the money has not been gone, still they report about it. That repository will help in creating that entire suspect list and the fraud, and action can be taken in a timely manner. I think these are beautiful features which are very much required when it comes to security and safety of Indian citizen. And I think it was much needed for government to step into it. And it's a beautiful, much needed step.
That's right. What a comprehensive explanation of these features that help citizens protect themselves from digital fraud. Let me now come to the functionality. We've spoken about the features. Mr. Mukesh, I'll come to you again. In simple terms, if I try and understand from a user's perspective, what can a common mobile user do on this application? There are so many features that Ms. Khushbu Jain has listed out, but some of the basic ones, the core features that people can use in day-to-day life situations in order to prevent themselves from these suspicious calls that we get every day, and so that they are notified well in advance whether to take that call or not. So some basic user-friendly tips that you can share with us, since you are the one who was part of the development team of this application.
Thank you. And I must compliment Khushbu to explain the features of this app so beautifully. Before coming directly to your question, I'll give one example. See, we have mobile phones. We keep on listening. Somebody has snatched away the mobile phone or stolen the mobile phone. So what was the charm for that? They will sell that mobile phone in the secondary market. So people were there, they were buying those mobile phones. Now suppose we have a provision where we can block that mobile phone. If your mobile phone is lost, even if you go to police station, they have also access to this app, and if they just register over this app, then the mobile will not work. So now the purpose of stealing that mobile phone itself has gone. So this is something which has reduced the crime rate with regard to snatching the mobile phone or stealing the mobile phone. So now I'll come to your question. that with this app, we are basically trying to, create some kind of awareness within the citizens, as well as we are trying to give a message to fraudsters also that look, now there is some platform where if the citizen will report, then definitely they will come into the view of DOT as well as police also, that who is the guy who's making such calls. So you were asking about the Chakshu app, I think. Chakshu
Yes,
one
yes.
facility is available on the app. Suppose I get a call, so that call, incoming call detail will be there in my call list. So just I will swap that from the call list, and it will directly go to reporting to the Sanchar Sati app, and then basically I'll give some data what kind of fraud call was there, whether somebody was trying to threaten you that your phone SIM will be disconnected, or they are from TRAI or some kind of investment app, and all those things are there. So you choose that category and just report it. It's so simple, absolutely simple. So if we provide some kind of simple platform to report, then only people are going to report, because people think, suppose I get a call, I have saved myself. So what is the charm for me to report such call? The charm could only be if there is a simplicity in reporting that call. If I report, and suppose so many persons have reported, and this at the back end of the app, this data is analyzed based on AI based technology.
Right.
And I can tell you one thing, that so many numbers have been disconnected, but till date not a single complaint has come ki my phone number has been disconnected wrongly. So that's the beauty of the system, which I wanted to tell.
In fact, another beautiful aspect that caught my attention was that in order to enhance user adoption, what has also been done is that this app is available in Hindi as well as 21 regional languages. Mukesh ji, how important was linguistic inclusivity in order to encourage more and more users to believe and trust this application?
Yeah, that's another very very important feature of this app, and I'm happy to inform you that this country doesn't belong to English, Hindi, or X language, Y language. We have 21 languages. So if we do not connect ourselves with the all the citizens of this country, DOT is not a some regional department. It's a government of India department, and government of India is serving all the citizens of this country, and our citizens are having so many beautiful languages. So it was extremely important to have this portal as well as this app in all the available languages in India. And actually, because we could do it, why? Because we have presence in all the states. So for us, I still remember we actually prepared this app or whatever is there in Hindi and English, and we sent it to our offices across the country, and they actually converted into the regional languages, and they sent it, and it was 2-3 days job. So I still remember this, and it's extremely important. People should, every part of the country should feel that they are also being benefited with the government app, government portal.
That's right. In fact, those efforts that you and your team undertook back then, it has shown clear and consistent impact since the launch, because the key achievements are remarkable. As per the government release, it says over 21.5 crore visits have already been made to the portal. More than 1.4 crore app downloads have happened since the launch. Most importantly, 6.2 lakh fraud-linked IMEIs have been blocked. So we see in terms of impact, the results are tangible and quite impressive. But at the same time, there are several concerns from we are a large country, and a lot of users also have concerns about data collection by the mobile applications. So I'll take that question to Ms. Khushbu Jain. From a cyber law standpoint, Is Sanchar Sati a safe platform in terms of privacy and consent, even though the government, of course, says it is? From a cyber law point of view, if you could dispel all of those rumors and the concerns about the data collection by the applications and how this particular app is perhaps different from all of the existing ones that we have in the market.
Okay. First of all, thank you, Teena, for bringing this concern out, because I think it's in everybody's mind, and with the kind of uproar that has been created, it has been amplified in people's mind. Okay, I have downloaded the app, I have uninstalled it, then I have installed it again. And with that, I have even registered myself. I have tried to put a complaint as well. With all these things, I went into my privacy feature of my phone. I tried to see with that privacy feature, I logged in and I checked in that do my camera is having an access to this app. This app has an access to my camera. It doesn't have an option to practically have an access to your camera. Number two, does it have an access to your location? It doesn't have it. Does it have an access to your tracking mechanisms? No, it doesn't have it. Does it have an access to your contact gallery, contact phone book, or a gallery? It doesn't have an access to all these things. Now, with this comes the aspect that all the things that are being spoken about or all of us are scared about, practically the app when you download, even when you download one, second, when you register, third, when you utilize any of the features that I was mentioning about, none of the places the app has an access to all these things. Whereas any other basic app that you utilize, right from Facebook to Instagram to Airbnb to Uber or to any other delivery apps like Zomato or Swiggy, all of them have access to all these. They have a feature where you can choose whether to provide them access to microphone or not, whether to provide them access to camera or not. Here, they don't even have that by default feature. So what security are we talking about, or privacy are we talking about? I'm failing to understand that why that uproar is created. You yourself, you don't need an expert for it. Your phone, you understand your phone very well. Please download and check. It's very simple steps. Number one. Number two, does it have a backdoor entry? It doesn't appear to have a backdoor entry. Number three, that when you talk about security, which this app is very well, the intention of the app is to bring in safety and security for the citizen. Privacy comes as one of the important aspect or a topic. With privacy, I would say that every act, when it comes to public good, when it comes to safety of citizen, when it comes to security of the nation, government is duty bound. I'm repeating that word again. Government is duty bound to practically safeguard its citizens, and for that bringing any kind of policy measures. I'll give you one example of it in the physical world just to understand it with the digital world. You put a seatbelt when you drive. That seatbelt is a safety feature for yourself.
Right.
It's not to do it when other drivers are driving that, oh, you are putting a seatbelt so that can help out others. That is a safety feature for an individual. You can question the government that why are you bringing that safety feature for me? Whether I want to live or not live is a choice I can make. But a government has to look into its duty is to practically safeguard citizen. And today there are more number of people on internet than on the road. I would say we travel more on internet today.
Absolutely
That's where
right.
government.
That's where we need more and more. We need more and more safeguards. You're absolutely right. And with the example that you've cited, I'm sure our viewers will understand why it's important. A question on privacy and security to you as well, Mukesh ji. So the Department of Telecommunications has claimed that you are collecting minimal personal data necessary for providing the services. So one of the concerns that's also been cited is that with minimal data, how efficiently can a mobile application deliver high security monitoring? Because with each of the mobile applications that we use, we see that you have to give maximum permissions for it to work efficiently. In this case, when you claim that you are collecting minimal data, the question is on the efficiency. How would you like to respond?
Okay, very good question. So first of all, we need to understand actually what is that minimal data. So let us, come out of this app and understand what is the procedure. Suppose I am reporting some phone calls. I have received a phone call at this time from this mobile number. So that data is required. So I will report to somebody if I go to police station. So I'll say this handset is stolen. This is this make. This is IMEI number, and at this place I have lost. So some information is to be given to report something. So that is the minimal data only is required. My number is this, I got a number, I got a call from this number, so that can be taken from the call records, and at what time that will take from the call record. So that's it. And then what is the screenshot of that phone call record, so that people should not report wrong things. So we are end up in collecting wrong data and wrong things. Beyond that, what is there? Suppose I want to check my genuinity of the my phone. So I have two options: either to put 15-digit IMEI number, or if I have given permission to camera, then I can scan that barcode and I can enter that. It's up to the citizen. If they don't want to allow camera, don't allow, no problem. Because on the website, earlier website, I need to take a screenshot and I have to upload it. So people were suggesting, we got a lot of suggestions ki why can't you put a facility where from the app I can take the screenshot and I can upload it automatically. So now if you compare this app with the other apps, like I am having a UPI app, any UPI app, any banking app, or any app, any online purchase like Amazon or whatever it's, just compare how much data they are collecting and what we are collecting. We are not collecting, we are actually asking for the bare minimum information. See, if I don't report ki this is my number on which I got a call, what is the use of that?
That's right. I think that should put to rest a lot of the concerns and the fear mongering around this app. For now, Ms. Khushbu Jain, the government has dropped the plan for mandatory pre-installation of the Sanchar Sati app. But given the pace at which the cyber crimes are increasing, do you think mobile security has to eventually become a legal obligation? Since you cited the example of seat belts in cars, do you think it should be made a legal obligation like the seat belts in cars, which is backed by both policy and the user compliance? Do you think it's going to work in a country like ours?
Absolutely. If you'll see today, we don't have, people struggle that there is no app which is providing you, various cyber-related issues or reporting mechanisms for that matter, or for that matter, the preemptive part of it of checking all these things. There is no such super app which is available with us. With this app, at least now citizens will be empowered. Whether this, coming to a direct question, I would call this, I would practically call this as a super app in the world of cybersecurity and the safety for the internet or a mobile world. And if I have to give a direct answer to it, whether it will become as a mandatory thing, I think mandatory was one of the good features, because at last you're looking at a large number of population who still don't know how to download, how to go, how to check. And that's where we are seeing that we did had a Sanchar Sati portal available. Still, the number were less as compared to number of people that were duped. And that's where the feature of bringing it more easy and simple for citizen is where this app has come into place, where the features are so simple that people could go and practically check, report, so that number of crimes can be less in the future. Plus, when you can be a victim of a criminal, that's where you can safeguard yourself, and all those features into it, maybe more enhanced feature in the future. Whether it can become as a policy mandate, I personally would say it should become it, because again, I'm saying state is duty bound to safeguard its citizen and bring in that security in place. And not doing that is something that we should question the government, that how come you're not bringing up a policy which brings in that scenario where one side you're talking about digital India, the other side you're talking about everything digital, right from education to banking to watching movies, to everything is now in the digital mode. And other side, you cannot leave a place where it becomes a lawlessness state or it becomes a breeding ground for the cyber criminals, which is the state today. And people like you, me, every age group are being duped. It has nothing to do with gender or age group. It is practically everybody and anybody. It has nothing to do with people who is skilled or non-skilled. Everybody are being duped by these criminals. And that's where I think the government has to come in place and has to empower citizens, so that together both of them, the people and the government, can fight against cyber criminals.
Certainly, this is an important step towards empowering the citizens, giving them a tool that will help protect themselves in this digital era. So, mandatory or not, given the benefits and given the advantages that this app and portal have for you and me, it's important that we download the application and get used to some of its features for our own safety. Perhaps that's the most important message and the most important point going forth. Time allows us to take up only that much on the program. Thank you once again, Mukesh ji, Ms. Khushbu Jain, for joining us on the program, sharing your thoughts, your views with us and our viewers. To you viewers, thank you very much for your time as well.
संसद टीवी के और भी प्रोग्राम्स देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल और हाँ, इन्हें लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें।